The time for $60,000 per XRP is now, as the global world shifts towards buying XRP in mass amounts. For example, just in the last 2 hours, an announcement was revealed that China is set to buy over $300 million worth of XRP to establish a strategic crypto reserve for their banking system. The Federal Reserve of the United States have also announced a similar situation where they announced a $68 billion crypto buyback that will consist of Bitcoin and XRP, also announcing that they will allow US banks to integrate XRP and the Ripple network system within the entire banking framework. The Federal Reserve is also set to integrate XRP into the payment system, resulting in potentially $10,000 to $50,000 per XRP. Japan has also announced a major buyback of XRP, as well as the BRICS nations, which include Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. And we cannot forget that all of this triggers one main thing, and that is $60,000 per XRP with global CBDC or central bank digital currency XRP integration, which is literally happening right now this second. And these are only a few of the countries that we have highlighted, because there's plenty more that we're going to talk about in today's video, and we have the facts and the proof. If you are owning even one XRP, you want to watch this video, because we are about to expose $60,000 per XRP, confirmed, almost guaranteed, if you watch this video by the end of 2025. Guys, welcome to the Crypto Geek channel, and we're going to start off by giving every single person that's watching this video some free XRP, because XRP is going to be worth $60,000. And it's going to be making everybody a millionaire. So if you're part of the Crypto Geek channel, you want to get yourself some free XRP, just like the video, subscribe to the channel while you have notifications, and share this video, as well as don't forget to sign up and upload using my link in the description and do a transaction, because if you do, you're going to get yourself up to $100 for you to buy even more XRP with, which literally confirms that you'll be a multi-millionaire by the end of 2025 and 2026. With that being said, let's get into the video, and we start off epically with XRP up 37,000% in the all-time high price. When we look at from XRP's launch, it's up 37,000%. That is insane. We're getting really close to the all-time high, and we will surpass it in the next 1 to 2 days, as multiple analysts have been talking about $24.72 per XRP in the next 48 hours. And it comes from a lot of things, but one of the massive things that we are going to talk about in today's video is the biggest worldwide global central bank digital currency, CBDC, known as Project Marania, is being built right now on the XRP ledger with the Bank of International Settlements, the Bank of France, and the Monetary Authority of Singapore. Crazy enough, Ripple is partnered with every single one of these countries to use RippleNet and to use XRP. But when we talk about a globalized CBDC, not just those countries building CBDC, but one global cross-border CBDC being used, being built on the XRP ledger, it tells us the real value of XRP and how much money it's going to facilitate, likely to surpass Swift's amounts within the next 4 to 8 years. And what is confirmed is the $60,000 price per XRP that not only am I saying, and not only are multiple analysts and experts saying, but really the big picture here is Forbes. Forbes has stated XRP is likely to be worth $60,000, surpassing Bitcoin by 2030. Forbes reported this on multiple scenarios and on multiple days and occasions. We're talking about not just this Twitter influencer or this X influencer, multiple articles. You can see right in front of you, Forbes reportedly projects XRP's value approaching $60,000, validated by Google and Bing. Here's another one. Forbes predicts XRP to be worth $60,000 once more. So it's not one article that's being published, but it's multiple articles that have been published, and they are continuing to be published. And here's another one. Bard AI confirms that Forbes published an article titled "The New Bitcoin is in fact XRP," and it's headed to $59,472, but it was taken down shortly, just minutes after publication. And if you guys see right in front of you, Bard AI literally confirmed this exact thing, saying Forbes did in fact publish an article titled "The New Bitcoin's XRP," and it's headed to $59,472, and it was removed. But you can't forget that what we are talking about here, because it's bigger than Forbes, it's bigger than this video, it's bigger than one individual saying or multiple individuals. Ripple's own co-founder, XRP's founder, Arthur Batu, literally said it himself that he envisions XRP at $10,000 with global scalability, and he literally posted and talked about it on live TV. Ripple's CEO talked about XRP 100xing easily within the next 1 to 2 years. This is Brad Garlinghouse himself saying it, and I've showed it in multiple videos and on multiple occasions. We've seen David Schwartz, Ripple's CTO, highlight that XRP is more likely to hit $1 million than to hit $1, and it likely is exactly what's happening right now. The more volume you get, the more global CBDC integration, the more globalized adoption we get for XRP, the more money is going to flow into XRP, resulting in a high price per XRP, and it is required by the banks. We're seeing the Crypto Strategic Reserve come out. We're seeing the Bank of International Settlements. We're seeing mass-scale partnerships. BlackRock, JP Morgan, Wells Fargo, everybody's saying the same thing. And these financial institutions that are facilitating billions, if not trillions of dollars, they are saying the exact same thing, and that is $10,000 to $60,000 per XRP. And I'm going to show you guys this clip to confirm it for you. But before we do that, we want to talk about an even bigger project, even more money flowing into XRP. We're talking trillions of dollars at this point in time, $654.39 trillion in transactions, all on the XRP ledger. This is what's going to take XRP ledger to beyond 60,000. And it's all going to start in literal days. And this is what you're looking at right in front of you. We're now in the final days of testing and monitoring on the XRP ledger as we work to conclude the validation of over 654.39 trillion in transaction capacity. This milestone highlights the scale, efficiency, and reliability of the technology underpinning the RealFI ecosystem. We are talking right here about the unlock of trillions of dollars, and again, it's unfolding in days, that is likely to trigger a massive supply shock for XRP. Now, another massive thing is the Real token, which is facilitating all this money. It's being built on the XRP ledger and has passed initial testing, demonstrating the exceptional speed, minimal fees, and seamless process. These results underscores potential for powering real-world financial applications. Now, the Real token is not yet launched and it's not yet released, but we're talking in a few days the Real token will launch, facilitate hundreds of millions, hundreds of billions, trillions of dollars, all on top of the XRP ledger. In fact, the launch time for Real will be announced soon via the RealFi team, so stay followed to stay informed. But guys, the big picture here, and this is what we're talking about, it's not about what people are speculating. It's about the facts. And the facts have proven that $654.39 trillion will flow onto the XRP ledger, and that the RealFi institution that is going to begin facilitating this money is going to do so in literally days. So definitely something you got to pay attention to. And I want to thank the RealFi team. I mean, they're building on the best ledger in existence. They are facilitating all of the money, and they're one of the greatest projects I have seen in the history of blockchain, specifically being built on the XRP ledger. We talk about XRP for payments, but you got to talk about real estate tokenization and having a rent/real estate, say one cryptocurrency for all of it. And they are doing exactly that. And they're also giving away some XRP as they start. They're giving away free XRP. If you want to enter the giveaway, I definitely recommend you drop a follow. But here it is. Just follow them on their Twitter, post a tweet with RealFi, and tag the RealFi team, like and retweet their post. This is an opportunity to get free money and follow one of the top projects that is about to explode on the XRP ledger, but also in all of crypto, and potentially create you guys generational wealth when it does launch. I mean, you're talking about something that's going to launch from zero, so if you're able to capitalize on it before it actually booms, which it likely will, because again, you're talking about mass demand when it comes to RealFi and the Real token. But on top of this being built on the XRP ledger, plus it's your utility, plus they have massive institutions looking to already begin using XRP and the Real token once it launches. So there's a lot of things being built around it. So I definitely recommend you follow and you try and get in on the action once it happens. But again, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice, and always do your own research. I mean, this project is still very, very early. Not many people know about it, but it's building massively on the XRP ledger, and it's building with these institutions. I mean, it only has about 1,800 followers, which is nothing when we talk about the massive things that they're building right now. Nobody knows, but this is why it's time to capitalize, right? I'm definitely going to be capitalizing on it. I'm following them because I want to know all the latest updates, because once it launches, remember this, they are going to skyrocket. Everybody's going to know about RealFi, but those that are able to capitalize before it gets known massively are the guys that are able to take advantage. It's a pay the world with one currency built on the XRP ledger, from rent to real estate, using RealFi, unlocking 654.39 trillion worth of real estate on the XRP ledger through the Real token. Now, guys, I generally want to just conclude by talking about this, and I don't think we're going to have enough time to roll the clip here, but the United States of America is shifting their financial system. In fact, the United States President Donald Trump just signed an executive order to revitalize, to renew, remodernize their financial banking system for the Federal Reserve. We got to take a look at what is happening right now in the Federal Reserve SWIFT system that's being used. It is about to be replaced by Ripple Labs and XRP. The partnerships that the Federal Reserve and XRP/Ripple have actually done is massive. In fact, JD Vance, the Vice President of the United States, is very close with the President and very close with the CEO of Ripple Labs. Multiple officials from the United States Federal Reserve Government actually are directors of Ripple that, again, run XRP. So it makes a lot of sense. In fact, just over the last couple months, we've seen multiple Federal Reserve officials actually say that the Federal Reserve could delegate services of payment settlement to Ripple Labs, highlighting Ripple Labs by name. And obviously, Ripple Labs is built to only utilize the XRP ledger, which is exactly what we're talking about. So I want to conclude the video off here, guys, and I want to end it off because I don't want it to be too long, but this is definitely a critical time to be alive, definitely a critical time to be doing your research and staying up to date, and you guys can easily stay up to date by going ahead and subscribing to the channel, liking and following me on Twitter/X. I need you guys to follow me there. Again, we post all the latest news there as well. And if you are subscribed and you are, hitting joined/subscribe on X, you get more insight into tokens that I'm buying, cryptocurrencies that I'm going in. But the point here is I want you to keep an eye on a few things. First off, XRP. Second off, really important, RealFI is building massively, and it does seem to be the next token that will create generational wealth, in my personal opinion. But again, I'm going to end the video here. I'm not a financial advisor. It's not financial advice. Hope you guys did, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Do your own research and peace.